everyone, you've tuned into another segment of TV Talk with Tina from PrimeParentsClub.com. I'm here to talk to you about my favorite moments in reality television and pop culture. We're going to do things a little differently today because usually I'm here to make fun of reality TV shows and the stars that are in them along with people in pop culture. But we're going to talk a little bit more serious today because I do have a pop culture tragedy that happened that I want to talk about. And I have a show that I'd like to start off by talking about, and it's called Ryan and Tatum the O'Neals. It's on the Oprah Winfrey Network. I applaud whoever decided to do this show. I was shocked to watch it because I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as I did. If you do not like reality TV, this might be something that you might like. Especially if you know anyone who is a father-daughter who have a destructive relationship, friendship. It's about repairing it and moving on. It is a great show. Ryan O'Neal is obviously the father. Tatum O'Neal is the daughter. But for years, they have just been at war, been estranged from each other. And Tatum decides to move back to LA to reconnect with her father. It is kind of a documentary / reality show, but please tune into it. It is, like I said, shockingly wonderful. I enjoyed it, and I hope you will too. Now, there's another show, The Glee Project. We talked about this last week. Well, I finally got to tune in, and here's my report back on it. If you like Glee, you will love this show. The backdrops are the same. They're in the high school atmosphere. It's musical. It's a bunch of teens that are so talented. The talent is just seeping out of these kids. But the prize for the show, for the last person standing, is they get to be on 7 episodes of Glee. I'm guessing as one of the teenagers that go in there. But I was very happy to see that Idina Menzel, hope I said her name right, was the guest person this week, and she is a great singer. She is on Glee as one of the coaches, and it was good. It really was a good show. The music was great, but if you don't like Glee, you will hate this show. But the one thing I did notice, for all of you Gleeks out there, is that while watching it, I heard the Glee, that noise. Well, once you make yourself conscious of the fact that that noise is going on, you hear it every single time, and it makes you absolutely nuts. So if you love Glee, you need to turn into the Glee Project. If you don't, I wouldn't, because I don't think you will love it. Now, want to touch briefly on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. They came out with a bang when they started the season with the fist fights, and I talked about how much I loved it, but now I'm over it. I'm over this family feud between Teresa and Melissa. Are you too? I just don't want to listen to it anymore. Andy Cohen, at least when Danielle was there, everybody fought with her. It's not like that anymore. It's kind of tuned into the Teresa and Melissa show. And one other thing, why is Kathy on there? Kathy does, I don't like Kathy, and she doesn't attribute to the show at all. Kathy needs to go. Maybe they need to bring Danielle back. I don't know, Danielle was a little much. But now, I do want to talk about some pop culture. There was a pop culture tragedy this weekend. Ryan Dunn, who has been on the television show Jackass, and he was on the movies Jackass, and is also Bam Margera's best friend. He was in a tragic car accident this weekend. The bad part about it is he had a passenger with him. He was 34, his passenger was 30. And right after they released that he was killed in the car accident, photos started surfacing of him drinking hours prior to the accident, smoking a cigarette. So he was out partying that evening, and now the police have reported that he was possibly doing around 130 miles per hour in his Porsche. So my thoughts and prayers do go out to his families, the families of these two men. It just goes to show drinking and driving and speeding and all of that, nothing good can ever come out of that. So now, let's talk about something a little bit lighter of a note. Crystal Harris, the runaway bride from Hefner. We talked about her last week. 5 days before the wedding, she decided to bail. She didn't get married. But on the day of her wedding, she was seen helping host a pool party with Heidi Montag, who I must add is the worst reality star of all time. But they were hosting a pool party together. After the pool party, not that night, probably the next day, she went to the mansion to give Hugh back, are you ready for this? His dog. She took the dog with her, but thought that the dog would be happier at the mansion. So Hef got the dog, and Crystal ended up walking out of the mansion, being told from Hugh that she could keep her $90,000 engagement ring and her Bentley that he had given to her. So which would you pick? Would you pick the Bentley and the engagement ring, or the dog? I don't know. I think Hugh might have gotten the bad card in this one. But that's all I have for you. Thank you for tuning in, and please go to primeparentsclub.com to see what the contributors have given this week. There's some great blogs in there, some great stories, and some great recipes from the food contributors. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you next week.